Hello and welcome to the Gift of Lupus. This video is in response to Mansi Kukreja's video titled UV Protection Clothes from Savana. Hello, I'm Shavonne and I am the founder and curator of the Gift of Lupus. The Gift of Lupus is a community that centers the lived experiences of Black women like yourself who happen to be living with lupus. We focus and prioritize the mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being of Black women like yourself who happen to be living with lupus. If you're a lupus warrior and are feeling overwhelmed by the actual diagnosis, if it's a new diagnosis, or if you've been living with lupus for a very long time and have difficulty accepting that diagnosis, if you're struggling with the daily living experiences that you are encountering while having a flare, if you are overwhelmed by the difficulty of your daily experiences related to lupus brain fog, if you happen to be struggling with your family, your friends, and doctors not believing your symptoms and or the feelings you are having, if you are struggling and looking for a space with other Black women to be in community with those who understand exactly what you're going through and how you're feeling, I want to welcome you to the Gift of Lupus. This space is for you. I want to invite you at this time to click the subscribe button as well as click the notification bell so you are alerted as soon as I post new videos, weekly videos. Please do that now. And I want to start the discussion related to the video that I just mentioned. So I want to elaborate more on the UV protection, whether that's the sunblock or the actual clothing that you can wear to protect your skin, especially if you're living with lupus. So I want to share some of the items and products that I use, but I first want to talk about the importance of lupus and the importance of our skin and skin protection related to the sun. If you're not already aware, we should be aware that between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., the sun rays are the most harmful for individuals, period, but specifically Black women living with lupus. So between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., we want to make sure that we are being extra careful and are wearing double duty in some cases related to protecting our skin in the sun. So specifically during those hours, as well as if you're near the water, the sun reflecting on the water, that makes you more susceptible to sun damage as well as butterfly rash or anything else that can be harmful to your skin. As well as if you're in the snow, if you're in an area that there's snow on the ground, again, the reflection of the sun reflecting on that white snow will bounce back onto your skin and make you more susceptible to sunburn, etc. And the last thing I want to also remind us of related to the environmental factors is if you're in a high altitude area or region, you also are more susceptible to the sun's rays. So you want to make sure that we are protecting ourselves. How are we protecting ourselves? For instance, I have Neutrogena 70 plus SPF. Well, it's actually 70, not 70 plus. If you don't live with lupus, a lot of dermatologists will recommend an SPF of at least 30 or 35, but we're not normal people. We are special in our own ways, and because we're living with lupus, we want to make sure that our SPF is much higher. My rheumatologist recommended last week that when I had my follow-up doctor's appointment, he actually mentioned that I should use 75 plus. Now, I bought this last year and I don't remember seeing a 75 plus. I do remember seeing a 100 plus. And I do want to also mention about the brand. I've tried various products in various brands for example, the Sunboat, the kind of bright colored, flashy sunblocks that are marketed for pretty much everything related to beach and fun in the sun. I've tried those years ago, and they made melanated people like myself look like a clown. I thought I looked like a clown. I rubbed it in as good as I could, and it still was a matted white clown. It looked like I was trying to use the wrong makeup foundation that didn't match my skin tone. And so I didn't like that. It was very chalky. I went through several brands that never could quite absorb into my skin. It felt chalky. It felt not normal, not something that was breathable on my skin. I came across Neutrogena several years ago. Someone had recommended it to me that also lived with lupus. So I tried it, and it absorbs into the skin very well. Again, you want something that's higher SPF. So 70 or higher, or as my doctor said last week, 75 or higher. I have seen on the shelves 100 plus. I can do, if you're interested in me doing a more detailed product review of this, I can give you that. Just let me know in the comments if you want me to elaborate more. But I have some more products that I want to share with us today. So I'm going to move forward with that. Again, let me know in the comments if you want me to do a full product review on this SPF or any other SPF. I can't go anywhere without some shades. Whether I'm wearing a sun hat or not, I still wear my shades. So you want to make sure you're protecting your eyes as well, because when you're living with lupus, you also have, you're more susceptible, especially if you're taking Plaquenil or have been taking Plaquenil for a while, for many years. You also can get eye damage. So you want to make sure that whether it's a cloudy day or a sunny day, that you are also protecting your eyes. And like I said, I have sun hats, and my sun hats all have a back to it. So it protects my neck when I'm out in the sun. It also covers your ears, and there's a very wide brim hat. So this is about a 3.5 or 4 inch wide brim, and it has an adjustable string around the neck. On windy days, you're still covered and protected. And this particular hat that I purchased from Coolie Bar at cooliebar.com, I'll elaborate on that in this video. This particular hat also comes with the nose protection. It has a bendable part right here on the nose that you can put over the nose. If you look here, there's a snap, and look here, there's a snap. I can put this around my nose and snap right here. There's 2 snaps, so I can adjust it so it's snugger on my face or less snug on my face. And it protects my nose. It protects those crucial areas where we tend to get butterfly rash or sunburn. And it wraps all the way around my face. I can still stay safe by having my eyes uncovered, but everything else down is covered. So again, I can wear this or not wear this. It's a individual personal choice, depending on where you are, whether it's high altitude, at the beach, if you're in an area that is by the water, by the lake, etc. So it's up to you. It's a personal choice. That's one hat that I have. I also have another hat. This was my very first sun hat that I purchased about 10 years ago. And I lost the strings that can adjust, that tighten or loosen around your chin. I don't know where that is. I washed it one time and I lost it. However, this one also has the protection over the neck area as well as the sides of the ear. And it has an adjustable thing here that I can tighten it around my head depending on what hairstyle I have. Before I cut my hair very short, I used to have different hairstyles, and depending on what the style was, I would have to adjust this to make it tighter or make it looser without messing up my hairstyle. So that's hat number two, sun hat number two. They come in various colors. And I also have a blue sun hat, and it comes with the adjustable string around the chin area that I can adjust it. It has a very wide brim, 3.5 to 4 inch. It has a protectant shield on the sides of my ears, as well as it covers my neck. And it has the adjustable latch on the back where I can adjust it based on my hairstyle or based on if my the size of my head, the width of my head, circumference around my head. So all those are my sun hats. I also have a sun jacket. Specifically, Mansi was mentioning her sun jacket in the video. This is a UVB protectant SPF sun hat. I like this hat because it protects my hands beyond the wrist area. I can put my thumb through here and put the other 4 fingers through here. And while I'm driving, I can protect my arms and my hands better than if I just had a regular jacket that ended at the wrist area. So I like this one because of that. And as I stated earlier, cloudy days does not mean that we don't wear sun protectant. You still should be wearing your sun hats. You still should be wearing your shades. You still should be wearing your sunblock. So for instance, I have the shades on. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to wear my hat. Even though I have shades on, I still wear my hat. Even if I'm getting out of the car, going straight into the grocery store or straight into a store, a department store, any exposure is too much exposure when you don't have any protectant on. So we want to make sure that we are protecting our skin, especially our face area, which tends to have a thinner layer of skin, even though we have several layers of skin, is not as strong as your arms or your legs or your thighs. So we want to make sure that we're protecting ourselves. And the last product that I have for you today is when you're driving, you're also being exposed to harmful sun rays. So I want to share, I recently purchased this product and I just took it out the bag. It is a blanket. So if you're wearing sleeveless or if you're wearing short sleeves and you're walking around maybe at the beach, at the lake, you can wear it like this around your shoulders and also have your sun hat on. You can wear it that way. Also, how I wear it and utilize it is when I'm driving and I'm getting all of that sun through the front window, through the windshield, and I'm wearing shorts because it's hot where I live, or if it's a warm area where you are, my skin, my thighs are exposed to the sun. So I wear this on my lap. I wear the sun blanket on my lap to protect the skin while I'm driving. So the sun can come from all 4 sides. It can come from the front. It can come from your left side, your right side, and depending on if you have tinted windows or not. And I will elaborate and say that your rheumatologist can write a doctor's note where you can give to the DMV that approves you for a darker tint than the state approval standards. That's something that I have gotten in the past. So I recommend that also if you happen to drive a lot or travel or commute long-term, long distances. I recommend you asking your rheumatologist, can you write me a doctor's note that I can share with the DMV? So if you get stopped by the police because they think your window tint is too dark, they won't give you a ticket because you have the doctor's note. You just carry that in your glove compartment or on your person to make sure that you are covered. But yes, so they have coolbar.com, COOLBAR.com, has skin protect or sun protectant clothing for children. They have some for adults and they have some for women as well as men. And this is the bag that my most recent purchase came in, and I love the mission. I'm going to read it. It says, our mission is to keep the world safe from sun damage, protect those who suffer from a sun-related medical condition, and prevent everyone else from developing one. So that's their mission. And again, it's Coolie Bar. And I've ordered several products from them over the years. If you're interested in purchasing that, I will put a link to that in the details description after this video is over. And I also want to elaborate to make sure I stay on track. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my outline to make sure I stay on track. I want to invite you to share this video if you know another Black woman who happens to be living with lupus. If you are that woman who's living with lupus, please like this video. I also want you to click the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I also want you to click the notification bell so you are alerted every week when I post new videos. Next week, I will be doing a video and we will have the conversation and discussion about how no is a complete sentence. So I want to make sure that you are alerted when I send that new video out next week. So please click the notification bell, click the subscribe button, and make sure you like this video. Lastly, I want to encourage you to tell your story. I know it's still the month of May and it happens to be Lupus Awareness Month, but as Black women living with lupus, we need to be letting everyone know about lupus 365 days of the year, not just in the month of May. There's so many people who aren't affected by lupus who don't know about lupus or have misinformation regarding how it shows up on Black women or what it looks like in general. So I want you to tell your story, and it will be great. I would love to hear in the comments about your journey. Let me know in the comments. Tell me more about your story and how lupus affects you. And again, I want to invite you to let me know if there are any other conversations you want to talk about or you want me to discuss. Let me know if you want me to do a product review on any of those products I just shared in detail in the comments. Please let me know. And I want to thank you for watching The Gift of Lupus. Until next week, I want you to take care of yourselves and have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.